Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Mom Plays. Today, we're going to be talking about OPSEC 102. Now, I know you're thinking like, wait, isn't OPSEC 101 about how to learn about OPSEC and Eve? Well, yeah, but that's why this is OPSEC 102, because it too matters. It matters because as much as OPSEC that you do in Eve, it may not actually matter. You actually may be doing a lot of this covering and blurring for almost no reason, and then, then you go, wait, I did everything right, but it still didn't seem to matter. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about. I currently ran into an issue with my old corp. Acting CEO said I can stream and do YouTube. Now, that was one of my principles of joining the corp originally because I want to not be limited by my Twitch and my YouTube. I was getting back into the game after a break. I used to do DDs and do this. And so I said, I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit, join a corp finally. And, as long as they'd say it, that it's okay. Everyone gave the green light. They just said one thing: do not stream our mining ops. And I think that's a fair request to make because, first of all, if you're streaming or doing YouTube about mining, besides just informational stuff, like that's cool. I think that's great doing information because everybody wants to know about stats, the best fits. But if you're just sitting there with your mining barge on Twitch for 4 hours, you're not going to get views. And me personally, I want people to be entertained by my content, not sitting there with a laser hitting a rock for 4 fucking hours. That's boring as shit to me, and I wouldn't want to put anyone through that pain and then turn around and wonder why no one's watching. So, with that condition, I said, hey, that sounds fine. I am okay with that. Let's do it. So, a while passes. I've been making YouTube videos, as you guys can see, about the rare ore, doing this and doing that. I decided to stream, and I did about 15 jumps away from our home station. Nobody was online in the corp. Nobody was really watching the stream. I'm still getting back into it, so not too many people were there. One corp mate did pop in. I saw him, and I said, hey, how's it going? And we talked a little, and then he left. Then I get a message talking about, how dare you share OPSEC to everyone and their mothers? Oh, you gave out so much information about our corp ops. Which, first of all, was not true. But also, for a follow-up false reporting story time, guys, wait until the end of this video. It is great. It is amazing. And I've been having a little bit too much fun with it. So, with that said, he approached me and I was like, what are you talking about? I was 15 jumps out, running missions, doing my own thing, and I don't understand what the issue is. I did not stream us doing mining. I did not stream anybody in Fleet. I am doing my own thing. And one out of two things happened at that time. I realized that I was talking to a noob at streaming and YouTube. And second of all, he obviously thinks that just being live is such a threat. So today we're going to be going over these reasons as to why it's okay to stream Eve online. You can do it, and do not let anyone tell you that you're going to give out too much information, because it's quite honestly not going to be your fault if someone gets ganked. It really is not your issue. Besides saying, hey guys, at 1600 we're going to Moon 3, we're going to be mining some glistening moon while going AFK with our Orca, our 7 miners, and no protection. If you don't do that, you are perfectly fine. Because this video is going to show you that. So here we are. We're sitting in Doe Dixie. Well, you guys may not know that because we have it blurred out. We have everything blurred out. Our selected thing here, our gates. Now, I do show my drones, my inventory. I do love showing that to stream about what kind of cool stuff we get. And over here in anomalies, as you can see, that's not censored. Just on what kind we get, not the ID or nothing. And we have chat here, blurred out too. But now, guys, go ahead and pause the video, because I have given you guys so much information with everything blurred out already. So pause the video, count how many things you guys can spot besides the inventory, And besides the fact that I said Do Dixie. Pause the video, find how I'm leaking OPSEC as to where I am right now. All right, welcome back, and hopefully you guys found a few things. We're going to go over them right now. First of all, to the left, you can see that even though we have everything censored, you can see Do Dixie, name, Federation Navy Assembly Plant. Look at that. It's just following our computer screen. Look at that. It's just following it. Now, there has been a way to get rid of it. If anybody knows, I will pay you guys some ISK, as long as it works. Before, you used to be able to hide that. So that actually was never an issue before until the new update. But that's one thing. Every time that you jump, dock, or anything, it will highlight the name to the station now. So unless you click on your ship every single time, like here we go, we do set destination. See how it says set destination, the name automatically popped up? Now, you have to click your ship every single time for that to go away. Yes, so you may accidentally show gates or stations. Now, that's also if you're in your own home station doing this, then you can leak a lot of information that way, which, is quite a bit of information, not going to lie. But also, without that, they can see that you're in Galante space by the green background. Every faction race has a different color background. So if they want to try to narrow down where you are, easily they can do it this way, right? Types of mission, agent names. Also, when you get paid for bounties, oh, look at that. It shows the location of where you turned it in. Yeah, so there's that. But also, the little tool in-game called Agent Finder. You can find a lot of information about players using this. Also, corporations on their homepage, About Me, their attributes, more than likely, about 75% of the time, have their location. But also, one of the biggest pieces of information about finding players in EVE Online is, drumroll please, drumroll, Z-Killboard. Z-Killboard, if you are in a mining corp and somebody dies in the same system every single day, and they're in a corp, and their corp mates also die every day in that system, well, I would probably assume that that is where their headquarters is. And that's the thing. The gankers that were near our home base already know where we are, where we moon mine, and when we moon mine, and how we moon mine. So the fact that this acting CEO, air quotes, because he obviously doesn't know what he's doing, thought that somehow me streaming 15 jumps out doing combat security missions was putting anyone at risk is an absolute horrendous joke to have to listen to. And like I said, unless you're saying 1600, Moon 3, 1 Orca, 7 Hulks, you know what? Then yeah. That is on you, and you should be kicked from the corp. But see, the thing is that gankers don't really watch streams anymore because, well, yes, the update has hurt gankers, but it doesn't really do anything for them because a lot of the streamers showing information, they're not all of them are stupid. A lot of them already know what they're looking out for, whether it's spike and local, whether it's a name that matches up to the Twitch name, whatever it is. But also, security missions, you're combat ready, you kind of know what you're doing. Not saying that, they don't. There's probably someone who does. But you can also be ganked without streaming as well. People do gank in EVE, and that is just how it is. People can collect information in EVE. I mean, there's alts all over EVE. I see the login as 4,000. I'm thinking 12 players total on EVE Online today. It says 4,000, but probably 12 players. And that's the problem, is that if you have a corporation, your information about your corporation is already handed down to the person where that information matters. Whether it's possible wars coming up, past wars, future war, it doesn't matter. People who want you dead with that information already have found a way to get it. You streaming missions, 15 jumps out is not going to leak any of that. talking about how you mined glistening moon does not put anyone at risk. In fact, I started laughing when I heard this because the moon was gone. There's no more miners on the field. I do not understand how any OPSEC was done for a past, OPSEC. It's done. It's over. So leave me in the comments down below if you guys think that even matters, considering the OPSEC that the moon type or is just random, and if you mine it all, there's nothing left. But also, with if you're ice mining on Eve while streaming it, I mean, people can also just find you, like ice belts right here, like. There's a list. And this is what I mean, that, if you have a CEO or acting CEO, trying to get onto you about why you're leaking OPSEC, just tell them, like, there's many, 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 many ways for people to find you or your corpse. Let alone, we're not going to include spies that have embedded themselves into the corp or your Discord or your comms. Have already been given that information. But also, just like in the military, you have complacency. And if every single day everyone jumps on, that local spikes to 200, and, all of a sudden everyone's warping off to the moon, every day, at 1600, more than likely every day at 1600 you have an op, right? Like, it doesn't take someone streaming or making YouTube videos for someone to figure that out. So, yes, when I stream, I normally will keep my screen like this. And this is because I'm entertaining people. I'm not running OPSEC. I'm not transporting 5 billion ISK. I am literally doing my own thing by myself, trying to enjoy Eve. Now, there will be a follow-up video how to do this, just in case, they kind of were like, well, can you not show too much, like your chat? That would probably be, if you had to cover up anything, cover up your chat for your corp and your alliance. That right there, those two things are perfect. And in fact, when I was streaming, I actually cleared all my chat, which was even funnier, because they were saying that I was talking about all this Discord stuff, which I don't know what they would be talking about. I mean, I posted a picture of my PC, maybe? I don't know. But, so it was quite funny. In fact, I actually got an apology from the CEO. He came back and he was like, yo, I heard what happened. I'm so sorry. And this apology only came after I showed them that me running missions, 15 jumps out, did not affect OPSEC in any way. And to hear about the rest of the story about what I chose to do next, go follow me at Twitch, guys. Mr. Mom Live. I will tell you guys a story. Go ahead. Say, hey, can you finish the story about what you did to show that your OPSEC was good? Go in there, go follow. Let me know when I'm live to finish that story, and I'll personally tell you guys that story. And I think it's amazing. I think it's hilarious, and I proved my point 100%. And it was very comical to myself, and possibly the 80, yeah. Anyways, so go ahead and, ask about that when I go live on Twitch. Normally it's around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad, hence the name. So, bear with me on that. So hopefully you guys kind of learned a little something about this. Direct OPSEC fleet information, that's a no-no. But just streaming and doing YouTube, I mean, you're not going to prevent everything. And nobody should really get on your case too much about that because, gankers do exist in Eve, whether they watch your stream or not. And it just happens. It is the way Eve is. So don't think you guys can't get into something like that because you're afraid of OPSEC. And if you do want to stream, don't do it in your own current home station. Just don't. Even if you pull up your assets here, it's not going to tell anyone where you live. Like right now, where do I keep my blueprints? If anyone can probably tell me, well, actually, I mean, technically, industrial plant's a big hint, but that's not where my home station was. So you see what I'm saying? So, there's a lot of information you can give out, but honestly, gankers want to know what they can kill for, what they can put back on the market and make money. It's not that you are mining moon goo or, glistening moon. It's the fact that you have ore strip miners, and ore strip miners have a certain color. But also, they will scan your ship. They will find what you have, whether you're streaming or not. It does not matter. And if every day they find someone using ore strip miners at Belt 3 or Moon 4, they're going to continuously go back and go gank people for those items. And that's just how EVE is. So whether you stream or not, it does not matter. People will be ganked regardless of how much intel they give out. And like I said, it's EVE. You can literally zoom into my ship and go, oh, he has missile turrets. When you're mining, oh, he has an ore strip miner because it's teal, etc., etc. Even right now, you can see my shield pulsating. So yeah, I have resistors on it. And that's the whole point of this, is that it doesn't really matter what information you guys give out. Yes, you can blur your screen like I do, or you can keep it normal. It's really up to you. I'm going to make a video on how to do the blur, just so people do know how to do that, just in case they feel like it would give them a little extra health, a little extra help with survival. And I would not mind making that video for you guys. So remember, follow, subscribe, and share and comment down below. And like I said, I was falsely reported after a little activity. Remember, going to my Twitch, Mr. Mom Live, asked me what I did about that OPSEC issue that I had with this special acting CEO, very uneducated person. But after that, when I left the corp, I told them to, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I was then falsely reported numerous times. And, well, let's just say this, is that, well, hold on, let me scroll down and get the email. I have a killer. Oh, yeah. Well, shoot. Here we go. So I'll leave this up here. Like I said, the story that I'm telling is true. I was given a false report. Essentially, they tried to false report me, and I reached out to them, and I said, hey, I just left the corp. There was a huge issue. I went ahead and left the corp so I can, not, have any more issues in EVE, and then found out that I was falsely reported for using the R word, calling someone special in a very derogatory way, calling them mentally disabled, whatever term, just kind of give you guys an idea. They said that I said this, and I said, well, that's not true. So can you guys investigate? And they did, and they found that it was a false report. And so, I'm going to be sending this video to that person as well, just kind of let them see that nice try. And don't let any one of your corp mates or CEO. Now, the CEO has a final say. Just like, if you want $15 an hour, get a job, that's $15 an hour. Don't complain that you're not getting it afterwards. Just, set up the corp that you guys want to do. If they're okay with you streaming, awesome. But, make sure that you guys get those ducks in a row, first of all. So yeah, so here you guys go. It was redacted. They tried to attack me because I was correct. And I still have not received an apology from the person. I have not received any kind of, hey, I'm sorry, or, whatever. And I've had a couple people come in my chat still calling me a liar. And yet I will maybe publish that live stream. I was told not to, but no one gets to tell me what I do on my Twitch or YouTube, especially after the fact I ask about, can I live stream and do YouTube? Do you guys mind? I don't want to step on your toes. And because if they said no, I would have been like, okay, well, this is not the corp for me. I don't want to be limited by my ability to entertain others. So yes, there you guys go. If you guys want to know even more information about what happened, guys, like I said, go to my Twitch, Mr. Mom Live. Go hit that follow button over there. I normally stream around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys want to help me out financially as a full-time stay-at-home dad, you guys can always hit that subscribe button over there on Twitch using your Amazon Prime. or whoever your favorite streamer is, you guys can go ahead and hit them with that free Prime sub. So, all right, guys, any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll answer them the best, and I'll do a follow-up video if I need to correct anything about this video. I will show you guys how to do the blur scene to help out. Putting black boxes over everything just makes your stream look trashy, and, you want a clean-looking stream. I currently have this because I will be going into nullsec, doing some really fun stuff. If you guys want to know more, like I said, go ahead at my Twitch. All right, guys, thank you guys for everything, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Mr. Mom. Fly safe.